Why this 730 square kilometers is very important is from this you get an approach to the southern banks of Brahmaputra. What that means is from here you would head straight to Dibrugarh, Jorhat and onwards to Guwahati. There is absolutely no need of crossing the Brahmaputra. So just imagine a scene where you have troops deployed along the northern borders, along the high reaches of Arunachal. But what right behind on the southern bank if somebody just comes in. So there lies the significance of this. Why it was not occupied was because of the remoteness. As we flew in, you saw how dense the jungles were. You have adequate shots of that to show it to your viewers. So when we talk of hostile terrain, it will not be understood till the time they actually see this. Once you give these shots, I'm sure they'll understand. So let's go back in time. That's when we decided to come here. This complete area was like that. It was all covered by forests, and that is when we decided to come here. So that is the strategic importance of this.
Any other passes that you would like to point out the significance of?
Yeah, there are two important passes here. One is the Chaukan Pass and the other is the Hampungan Pass. If I can indicate this to you on ground, if you look straight ahead, you have this Kanat, line of Kanat, and then you have a blue board that has been put ahead of which you have a pink flag on the tree. Somewhere in line with this, 47 kilometers from here, aerial distance, is where the Chaukan Pass lies. The other pass I wish to indicate is, again, let's look behind. If you see, there's this red flag on the left, straight ahead, ahead of this viewpoint, this red flag which you see. From the red flag, again, in that direction lies the Hampungan Pass. So these two passes are actually the only points of entry into this bowl, Vijaynagar bowl. So we knew the importance, significance of this in the 50s when an aerial recce of this was carried out by Assam Rifle troops, and it was realized that these two passes have to be occupied if we have to deny occupation of this bowl by anyone.
You've just met, General, a lot of people here who the Assam Rifles itself has settled in terms of your ex-servicemen. Now, since you've already established the significance of the area, now could you explain the significance of establishing people or inhabiting the place as well?
Okay. Interestingly, Amitabh, I'm glad you asked this question. The first inhabitants who came here were not us. It were the Lishus or Yubins, as they call. And they came in here from this general area of Putao, which I told you. They would come here intermittently for hunting. There were exotic animals here. And what they would look forward to most were the musk deers. They were in plenty here. So the first settlement of Yubins happened somewhere in this direction where we have Gandhigram, the village called Gandhigram, which is about roughly 20 kilometers from here. So that is when the first settlement of Lishus or the Yubins, they came in somewhere late 40s, early 50s. So they were the first settlers. So I spoke of the aerial recce that Assam Rifle carried out in the early 50s. Now, that is when we saw this dwelling, these hutments of Lishus, and we realized, yes, there is somebody here. And that is also when we realized we need to have our people also here.
Understood. Again, just pulling back and looking at the big picture, General, and joining the dots in terms of India's look east policy in Myanmar and Burma, if you'd like to do that for us as well.
What is traditionally known to all of us is, of course, now it's gained a huge amount of traction, and rightfully so, is our Act East policy. If it has to fructify, at least the land access to Myanmar lies through what is Mizoram and Manipur. What is not known to people is also there's a third axis, which is Pangsau Pass, which lies due southwest of this Vijaynagar, not very far from here. Now, this through this Pangsau Pass goes this Stilwell Road or Lido Road, as it was called. This is a road which is roughly about 1,762 kilometers. Passes through three countries, starting from Lido in Assam, goes through enters Myanmar through Pangsau, And then you have this road traversing almost 1,000 plus kilometers through Burma, through the upper Chindwan reaches, and then it enters Yunnan province.
Yeah.
So, for our Act East policy, other than Mizoram and Manipur, you could also consider accessing through these through Pangsao Pass. Only thing is, instead of going to China, we could divert towards Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam.